Hello everybody, and welcome back to Pokemon White. So, in the last part, we defeated a Bianca again, and we also trained up our new teammate Sandile. Now we're gonna be continuing on for Route 4, but first, look who's also here. Yep, it is indeed a Cheren. It is indeed a Cheren again. Now, I have been waiting. I've been waiting for you to get the insect badge. Within the sandstorm? Really? And now it's time to see which one of us is the stronger trainer. Yep, here we go again. Yeah, now it's time for our fourth battle against Cheren. Now, just like Bianca, now he also gets 2 new Pokemon. Now, not only does he also get his own Elemental Monkey as well, and as you can also see, and started things off. Now he also has a P-Dove. Now his P-Dove has Layer, Quick Attack, Air Cutter, and Roost. And it also has the ability Super Luck. So of course which of course means is that his P-Dove has more of a chance to land more critical hits. And yeah, I think I'll have to switch my Blitzel here, cause I honestly have a feeling that his P-Dove is gonna keep keep using Roast. Yeah, and especially since we are in a sandstorm right now. So, yeah, I had a feeling that Cheren might constantly would just keep on using Roost on his P-Dove if I actually kept my Sandile out. Yeah, but anyways, now down goes P-Dove. Alright. Okay, okay, everyone. Now as for his starter, now, the moves are essentially the same as Bianca's. So yeah, I won't go over them again. But what has changed when it comes to starter Pokemon is that instead of a Oranberry, he now gives his starter a Citrus Berry. So yeah, now he can heal his Pokemon. Even more of it. So yeah, and that's only the major thing that you really need to know when it comes to starter. Oh yeah, that's for starter, of course. Yeah, Oshawott, of course, evolves into Dewott. But anyways, now Pants is now level 23. Alright, so it gets nice +2 for HP and special attack. And +0 for speed. Jeez, really? Yeah, I was not expecting a +0 for speed, but whatever. Okay, now Sandile level 22. Okay, now +2 for defense, I can definitely see that. But not so much when it comes to special attack getting +2. Yeah, Sandile is more of a physical attacker than a special attacker. So, I don't get why they sometimes give +2s for special, but whatever. Now as for Embargo, that decided to not have. Yeah, let's just say, I'm definitely not gonna have my Sandile have that move. For those of you who don't know what Embargo does, I think this is also a move that was first introduced in Gen 5, or was it Gen 4? I can't exactly recall, but anyway, always have one now. Now for what Embargo does, it essentially prevents you to be able to use any sort of healing items onto your Pokemon, or any items actually. So yeah, I guess that can be worth the risk. Come on now. Anyway, what's up, one? Now for his evolved Liepard. Yeah, this is actually this right here is our very first encounter with a Liepard. Now Liepard here. Okay, so now for his Liepard. Now it has sand. Now it has sand. Yes, a sand attack, fury swipes, pursuit, and torment. Now, oh yeah, and I guess I should also say about his monkeys as well. Yeah, they are essentially the same thing as when we went through with Bianca. So there really is nothing new. There's really nothing else to say about them. Yeah, and he realizes like how am I able to beat him every time? Yeah, I could get more out of Dewott and my other Pokemon too. But there we immediately get ourselves a phone call. By who? Why it is Professor Juniper again. Ditto. Do you have a second? Professor Juniper? Do you need something? I think that's maybe what she called, right? I called Bianca too, but I guess she didn't hear the call. What are you talking about? I wonder what she's caught up in. I suppose I'll just have to call her. I suppose I'll just have to call her again later. Okay. I'll be waiting for you two in front of the gate to Nimbasa City. All right then. Hello. Oh. I guess I was hung up unexpectedly. Yeah, Nimbasa City's gained is just straight down Route 4. And then he just goes. Okay, everyone. Now we can really start exploring around Route 4. Now, if you recall that guy who, at the gate who said that Route 4 was lawn, well, it's not exactly entirely lawn. Now, it's only lawn because it's only really lawn because of the many trainers that are here. Which means that, yeah, we're definitely gonna get ourselves into a lot of battles on this route. So yeah, hope you enjoy those. I can't see up ahead because of the sandstorm. Then yeah. Because I can't see, I'll have a battle with you. If you can't see, then shouldn't it be more logical that for you to be able to get yourself out of the sandstorm so that you can see better? I mean, I'm just saying. But anyways, everyone, now that we are done with, not only the battles with Cheren and Bianca now, let me see that my Sando can actually finally win against the actual battle for once. Oh yeah, he actually finally does for once. Yeah. And now, with that said, now my Sandal is finally caught up with the rest of the team now. Yeah, finally. Yes. So now I no longer need that experience share on my Sandal at this point. So yeah, that's for that. But anyway, everyone, now as we are just gonna go for these battles here, I guess I should go over the oh, wow, nice win with a crit. Jeez, Sandile. Now you are definitely showing your worth to the team. But anyways, everyone. How is everyone? As I was saying, now I guess I should go over some Pokemon that we have now encountered now. Now, first off, being the the evolved forms of the evolved forms of the starter Pokemon, of course, being Servine, Pignite, and I'm sure Dewott. Now, out of the three, Dewott has definitely been shown the most because Dewott is honestly the more popular one out of the trio. Especially within the anime. Not only did we get several Dewott appearances within the Gen 5 anime, but we also got several Dewott appearances, and not only in Journeys, but also in Horizons, as well. So yeah, Dewott is definitely very popular when it comes to the second stage starter Pokemon. Then as for Pignite, now what we did see Bianca, Bianca in the anime had her own Pignite. But also Ash's Tempest also evolved to the Pignite. But after the Black and White anime, we didn't really get to see much out of Pignite. Like, really, not so much, really. Yeah, but anyways. But then, as for Servine, the only Servine that we really got to see was Trip Servine. That was the only major Servine that we really got to see within the anime, really. But anyways, now I guess I should say about them individually. Well, out of the trio, now, obviously, while I still like utilizing from a Pignite, but just like with Oshawott, I still prefer Dewott out of the trio, really. And I still have even yet to really utilize a Servine of my own, really. I still have even yet to utilize a Servine. And then as for Darumaka, even though I haven't really utilized a Darumaka myself, but I can see why others may actually do like to utilize one. Because not only because if you actually know how to utilize Darumaka, they can be really strong on attackers. So and they also have some really decent speed. Too. So Darumaka can definitely be very well used, very well. And then as for Scraggy, now going back to what I was talking about before about Scraggy. If you recall what I said about Scraggy being encountered in the desert, from in a desert area, honestly just makes no sense to me. I'm actually gonna go back to that. I just don't get now I sort of get why Darumaka being here, just not so much with Scraggy, because, what does Scraggy really have in common with the desert? Not really all that much, really. Well, I guess since it does have the shed skin ability, which means that it can shed its skin, within the desert, I guess. But, I don't know why. Now, as for Scraggy as a Pokemon, now, even though I haven't really got to utilize the Scraggy myself, but I definitely do see the appeal of others, you know, when they utilize the Scraggy, since Scraggy is not only a dark, but it is also a fighting type. So yeah, you could definitely make a really good use out of Scraggy. But however, that definitely got changed. Especially that, yeah, Scraggy definitely got a major downgrade because of a certain type that was introduced within the next generation. So yeah. Yeah, which ultimately gave Scraggy a 4 times weakness. Yeah. But anyways, anyways, everyone now. Now as for Liepard, now I guess I sort of like Liepard, I guess. Yeah, even though, once again, I really still don't have any plans on utilizing the Liepard myself. But I can definitely see why others may use it for at least for a good while until they may, you know, replace it with something else. Yeah, Liepard is more so one of those Pokemon that, yeah, it can be useful. And yeah, Liepards can definitely be useful. They can definitely be useful early game, just not so much for late game. Although, that definitely says something, considering what we are going to see much later on. Yeah. But anyways, everyone. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say when it comes to the Pokemon that we have, and that I haven't exactly talked about yet. Now, I guess I should say about Sandal as well. Now, if you recall, when I did my playthrough of... Now, for those of you who recall, way back, when I actually went through, Poke Park 2, yeah, you may recall me saying that, yeah, I absolutely loved the Sandal line actually being in that game. And I especially love when you actually give a surprise to Sandile with the surprise box. Yeah, you know that item that you get from the Meowth, and when you toss it, and then a big burst of then a big pop will come out of the box. Yeah, and that can actually give a Pokemon, you know, their attention, but also leave them be really surprised that they actually do some pretty unique animations, like for Sandal, and for Sandal's case, actually making it play dead. Yeah, Sandal gets so surprised that it actually plays dead. Like, it is just so freaking hilarious and freaking adorable at the same time. Like, when have you, like, it's like, when have you ever seen a Sandile just play dead like that? Like, it is just so adorable and really hilarious. Oh my god. Yeah, honestly, this honestly makes me just want to go back to Poke Park 2 again, really. Because I just really love playing those Pokemon games. Yeah, I still play the Poke Park games from time to time again. Yeah, obviously considering that, yeah, you can honestly just replay those games whenever you really feel like it. Yeah, and you really don't have to... Yeah, and you can still have yourself a good time out of that. Yeah. But anyways, there we go. Now Blizzard's awake, and yeah, let's just knock down this pedalo out. There we go. Okay, you're done, Jill. Okay, now that with that said, I think that's all I really have to talk about when it comes to essentially anything that I really want to talk over. So, all right, now we're just gonna go over here and get ourselves a super potion. Oh yeah. Oh wait, I guess there's one more thing that I can probably that I obviously have to mention is that. Yeah, now, if you, when we talked to the NPC, before, yeah, and he said something about a desert resort. Well, now, here's the thing, guys, now, even though Professor Juniper told us to go meet her at Nimbasa City, but, however, before we do that, I'm actually going to be going to the desert resort first. Cause, well, yeah, not only do I want to train out my team more, but also we're going to be getting something really important there. Yeah, you'll definitely will see what I mean for when we actually get to the desert, desert. Yeah, you'll definitely will see what I mean for when we actually get to that. As you, when I look at the freeway, I feel exhilarated. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Now within this route, yeah, there's a little freeway here, where once again you see trucks constantly moving. Again, like. When have you really seen that in a? When have you ever really seen that in a mainline a Pokemon game, where actually movable vehicles like vehicles constantly moving all the time? Yeah, again, when have you? Yeah, again, when have you really seen that? Yeah, do we really ever really get to see that within any of our Pokemon game? Not so much. And yeah, and especially when we got to later generations, like say for example, Lumio City, where we do see like freaking taxis, but yeah, Lumio City does have taxis, but we don't really see them moving at all. So again. Yeah, how is it that this is the only generation where they actually have movable, vehicles that are constantly moving all the time? Yeah. But anyways, now we're just gonna get into our battle with Scott. Oh yeah, that's right, and I guess I should point this out too. Yeah, now with Sandal here, yeah, now we can really take advantage at one of our Sandal's moves, being Sand Tomb, where if we just so happen to get it to fully go all the way down to its 1 HP, where of course it activates its special ability Sturdy. Yeah, then with the Sand Tomb effect, then we could just instantly take it out with it in just that one turn. So yeah, that's really something. Really, Rock and Roll Up? Really? You decided to do that? Alright, that's it. Yeah, you crossed the line by doing that. Yeah, how about you take some bombs from freaking seeds and get yourself out of here? And oh, okay, you just have a temper. Yeah, let's just leave my passage out. Yeah, oh yeah, and I guess I should point this out too, is that, yeah, considering that Route 4 and the Desert Resort doesn't exactly have any on-to-know encounters, so meaning that, yeah, you definitely are going to be relying on trainers if you want to be able to get more experience. Yeah, especially if you want to get more experience out of your team. So yeah, I may as well just let you know that now. Okay, now I need to go back again so I can make sure that my team's fully set up, and yeah, I want to make sure that my team is all fully recovered, so it gets us ready to enter the desert So guess I was ready to enter the desert resort. Now, I guess since we are going back here, I guess I should talk about the music that is currently playing right now. I guess I can say I kind of like this Roots music. It's not one of my top favorite ones, but I can see why others may find enjoyment out of this one. Yeah. Okay, now it's not gonna be not much of a long trip back, so I don't think I'm gonna bother with anything else. Alright, now we are back again. Okay, now for you. A battle is like a construction project. They're both a piece of cake for me. Well, the construction part I definitely believe. Not so much when it comes to the battle portion. Yeah, Zach. Especially when you just have that one timber on you. Alright, let's just quickly take you out. And there we go, Timber is down and out. And now Blitzel's now level 24 now. Alright, so nice plus 3 for HP, nice plus 2 for speed. And once again, I am not surprised at all that defense once again got plus 0. Anyways, yeah, that piece of cake was definitely hard for you to swallow now, huh? Okay, now definitely enter this building because, yeah, one of these guys definitely gives you a very good TM. Especially for one of our teammates that could definitely use a very good power on him. That of course being the TM for Dig. And of course, when we have Dig, now we can just exit out of caves without even needing to use the escape ropes. Yeah. But that Dig is definitely going to be utilized for one of our teammates. Yeah, like I said, one of my teammates can definitely really utilize that TM very, very well. Oh yeah, but anyways, now this guy who's talking about the fact that rock, ground, and steel type Pokemon do not get affected by the sandstorm. Yeah, do not take the sandstorm damage. Have you? Ruins buried in the desert. It's like a grand adventure in a story. Oh, I bet it is. And we may see if we get ourselves our own storyline when we actually go to the desert resort for the next part. And so till then, I'll see you guys next time.